Hey everybody, Cowboy here. Today we have a quick discussion on handling a loss. So this is a trading psychology talk, and it's pretty valuable. In fact, it might be more valuable than people think. So if you stick around after the discussion, you can find out who we are, what we do, how to find us. Also, you can look at the bottom of the screen. There's our website, www.algofactory.tech. You can also zap that QR code, take you right to the website. In the meantime, enjoy the clip. That's one thing to understand about trading. If you ever watch any kind of cage match fighting or whatever MMA, you'll see like kind of these newer fighters. They'll get excited, they'll get emotional, they'll get out there, and then you have these other older fighters that they're just out there to do their thing. They're not really getting emotional; they're just fighting. Or another one is I strive to be the Tim Duncan of trading. Right. Okay. So what does that mean? Anybody who watched NBA in like the 10, let's just say 15, 20 years ago, maybe longer, Tim Duncan was, oh shoot, who did he play for? I can't even think. It was the Spurs. And Tim Duncan was just like, he looked, he just was like, he looked so chill all the time. I mean, win or lose, he was the same dude. He just kind of had a stone, like not a stone face. I'm sure he's a nice dude. Like I'm not saying he's a robot, but the game didn't affect his emotions, right? Not very often, like if somebody hacked him on a post up and he got fouled, it's like whatever, okay, I'll go take a free throw. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't something that like the game didn't affect his emotions. He just kept it tight and played the game no matter what. And if something didn't go his way, then he went ahead and like kept playing the game, and that's how trading is. So for me, it's like when I see this like GBP, JPY trade, it goes right to my target and then it just kind of misses my target. It's just like, okay, I give myself about 3 seconds to be mad about that. It's like, okay, I'm not happy about that, but I got 3 seconds, right? 3 seconds, and then 3 seconds is up, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not mad about that anymore, and there's some level of obviously experience that allows me to fade that feeling, but that's that practicing that is extremely important. Under like kind of you want to become that person, and I would say the best way to become that person is to pretend to be that person. I'm getting a little bit psychological here, but this could be a trading psychology talk where, trades go against you. And what you can do is pretend to be like some, seasoned trader sitting in his Wall Street. He's got 28 trades already going, and that one trade didn't go his way. And he's like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to pretend to be that guy, pretend to be, Gordon Gecko or some, whatever, right? I would actually, Bud Fox is probably closer to that, but the actual trader. So, and that's just, imagine being that person. Imagine being that person just sitting there like, hey, I got 28 trades going. This one didn't work out, but I got other things to worry about. Because that's a fact, right? Once the trade is done, whether you win or lose, you got other things to worry about. Even while the trade is on, once you have entered that trade, for the most part, whatever you have to do about that trade is like 99% done. Sure, you might want to be ready to manage that trade, but that's done algorithmically. Like for me, I have a formula for when I raise the stop, and you all saw what that formula was in this last 30 minutes or so on the gold trade. So even though you have to manage a trade, essentially understand that most of your work is done on that trade. You need to be on to the next, whether that's back testing, whether that's looking at a different trade, and being emotional about the result of a trade that's already done doesn't change the result of that trade, right? So understand that being emotional about something that is already done and cannot be undone does not change the result of whatever that thing is. You get it? That's a very strong lesson to learn. And so therefore, being emotional does not solve or help anything. Not really. No, it is in our nature as humans to be emotional. So, it can, I mean, look, to say I wasn't emotional about the GBP JPY trade, to say that that's not true at all. I got up, I flipped on the computer. I think I might have even seen it on my phone. And I looked at this and I was like, ugh. You know what I mean? I had that moment of, ugh. But then that moment was over. Like that was it. It's like, okay, fine, on to the next. I cannot go back in time and raise my stop by 8 ticks. It's just so, I got other things. I got my coffee, I gotta whatever. So anyway, I was about to get crass. I was like, I got these ticks for fat shit. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But long story short, yeah, you gotta stay Tim Duncan. Gotta be the Tim Duncan of trading, because that's just what works. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the John McEnroe. Breaking your rackets, smashing your keyboard against the wall. You don't want to be Artest. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be Rodman. You want to be Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? You want to be I don't know. Stockton. John Stockton was pretty chill. Karl Malone was really chill. Stockton, Malone. You'll be those guys. Although I think Karl Malone split what's his name on the Pistons. He split his eye pretty good. He'd had enough of his ass. Who was that on the Pistons? Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas. Back when the Pistons were like a blue collar team, they used to play rough, man. They were very physical back in like the 90s, and so they were being so physical. I think Isaiah Thomas was driving it up to the net, and they pissed off everybody. And by the time Karl Malone's mad at you, like Karl Malone, that's like your uncle being mad at you. Like Karl Malone's another chill guy. He just playing on the freaking Jazz. Stockton, Malone to Stockton. And Isaiah Thomas comes up. He'd already pissed off Malone. Malone straight up elbowed him in the head, split his eye. Right. So even the most unemotional of us can be upset. It does happen. But again, we want to tame our passions and get to work. And so speaking of which, we're going to start looking at charts because I stopped watching the NBA years ago. It started to get a little sideways. The NBA of today is not what it was even 10 years ago. It's just not. I'd say it's not worth watching. You got to watch it. So I don't have time to watch sports at this point. I don't have time to watch other men getting after their dreams. So we are live every weekday, 8:30 AM EST, giving out free content. Come check us out on YouTube. Come talk to us. Go over to the website. That's www.algofactory.tech. Again, www.algofactory.tech. And for a limited time promotional offer, we are giving out memberships at $49.99 a month. There's a ton that we're offering over there. Come see what that's about. Also, you can see our Twitter link. All the links are up on YouTube. Come talk to us on social media. See us on the live YouTube videos. We hope to see you soon.